y'all, it's Lisa. Welcome to the Lisa and Jen show. So as y'all can see, Jennifer is still not here, and this is episode 2. She's honestly been really busy. She's a professional makeup artist, so her schedule is a little bit all over the place. Everywhere I go, I keep getting interrupted. Oh my god. But yeah, she's been so busy, so she's gonna drop her video when she's finished editing it and has time to make it to her liking. But I'm back to you guys today with a new video and a new topic. It's gonna be how to become a bottle girl, Houston edition. Right. Okay. So how to get a bottle girl job or waitress job 101. So as y'all know, I'm from the south suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. I don't think I mentioned it in my last video, but I'm African. So both of my parents are from Cameroon. I'm Cameroonian American, first generation, second generation. I'd be so confused sometimes when it comes to stuff like that. I believe it's first, second. Whichever one is, I'm the first one to be born here. My parents were born in Cameroon, all right? But I moved to Houston in January of 2018, and I got a bottle girl job from May 2019 until this June of 2021. So it's been about two years and 1 month. It's how long I've been a bottle girl. I just recently quit. I'm ready to start focusing on my long-term career, but bottle girling was definitely fun, something to tell my kids about or grandkids about when I get older. If y'all been to Houston nightlife, or if you in Houston nightlife, there's a lot of y'all who probably have worked in Houston nightlife, be in Houston all the time. If you travel, you probably will know all these clubs I'm about to name that I've been at. I've worked at Seaside, I've worked at Spire, Houston, Rose Gold, Houston. Look, I wrote everything down so I could really be thorough with y'all. Clay Houston, Ghost Houston, Truth Texas, Eve Houston when that was a popping club and it was open, and so much more. Like, I'm not even naming all of them. Gavanna, it's a lot of different clubs out there, and I ain't gonna lie, our nightlife is pretty lit. Like, the nightlife in Houston is that, but it's not that easy to get into that inner circle or to get into a promotional group that is making money, or to even get a bottle girl job. It's kind of hard to get put on, you know? So I'm really here to give y'all the few steps that I took. So this is my perspective. If somebody else wants to make a YouTube video on how to get a bottle girl job in Houston, look, by all means, go ahead. But for me, I'm going to show y'all what worked for me, tell y'all how I worked, what I peeped while being in the industry, while I was in the industry. But you can take it or leave it. Now, all about how I got the job and how I stayed in the industry for so long, okay? So in May 2019, at that time, all of my social media had been deleted. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I didn't have anything. I was on like a spiritual hiatus, so I was taking a break from life. But I always wanted a bottle girl job. It seemed pretty cool. And I needed money. I think at 2019, I had to be like, 21 and broke. I started bottle girling at 21 for real. So the first thing they made very clear to me when I was going to auditions, it was at Mint Lounge at the time. Some different clubs, like on San Jacinto. Anyway, they told me I need a social media. You cannot have a bottle girl job without having a social media. And the reason for that, I know it seems superficial, whatever, is because of promo. So beyond the cute pictures and stuff, if you can advertise so well where people are coming to you to book with you and sending money to you, that's all you need. Like, that's all promoters do, promotional teams. When I say promo teams in Houston, they're a little bit more legit than other places. I mean, besides Atlanta, New York, whatever. They actually have promoters, and they have girls working for them, waitresses, or even men who book sections working for them. And that's how money gets into the club, and that's how we make our money, by booking sections. So they basically let me know, like, if you ain't got no social media, you ain't get no job. Like, period, okay? With having a social media, you really want to make sure your social media is presentable. So when I say that, this is where it gets a little bit materialistic and where it's a hit or a miss for a lot of different people. A lot of people don't feel the need to change who they are, which I would never make anyone do, or what they post, or what they would rather be seen on their IG to make money. But if you use it as a tool, like a tool to make money, of course, you do have to look presentable. Like, what you post is a kind of a reflection of you. So the job, you kind of have to, you want to attract a certain crowd, right? Of course, the people who spending money, the rich niggas, the whatever, you gotta look the part. Nobody wants to send money through online or through the DM or via phone, via technology, without without feeling like, oh, she not gonna run up on my money. She really gonna give it to the club or whatever the case may be. Like, you gotta really make yourself look like, yeah, this is the type of person that I want to book with. Like, I would trust her if I sent her money. I don't think she's gonna run off on me. So that means making your page look attractive. You want to look sellable. Not like what y'all thinking, but I mean literally just like, damn, you look good. Like, she looks legit, you know? Step 2, you must network. You must network. Ooh, and this is what I really didn't like about it, y'all. Not that I'm not even a nice person, nothing. I'm just not too friendly, and I have a lot of anxiety issues. So like talking to people was just like like, cause it flows when it flows with me, but when it don't, it's like, you know. But when I say you have to network, I'm gonna give y'all 2 options, right? So there's some people who would go out during the week, because most of the time bottle girls work during the weekend, unless you work at a lounge or something. You must go out during the week and talk to people who are outside, locals in Houston, and get them to come to your clubs or to the clubs they're at that weekend, or just get them to book with you if you're trying to just make money solely for you. But for me, I personally, I don't really, even though I'm really good at, I thought I was phenomenal. I'm really good at being a bottle girl. I don't like going out. I don't like fake networking, just trying to talk to someone to make them like me so they can come around, and I don't like doing that. So what I would kind of do was, whenever I was on the schedule at work, I would just network with people who were already at my job, like basically customers who were already there, or promoters who were in the building, or other waitresses who were in the building. I was just talking to everybody who was there. If it was a section and they from out of town, make sure I exchanged my social media with them, got their number, got cool with one person in the section, just felt the energy out, figure out who you cool with in that section and talk to them the most. A lot of people would say, find the rich nigga, the rich bitch in the section, and, you know, try to link in with them, but you kind of got to be wary. Some people be in couples, some people be in relationships. It can get a little bit messy, but that's going too far into over explaining. But in general, you must network. You got to talk to people, just anybody, just because you don't know who they gonna recommend, who gonna come into town after you and want to party or, you know, be in the scene. So I personally networked every time I was at work. When I worked at Spire, when I worked at Truth, when I worked at all these different clubs, Lumen, whatever, I made sure I networked while there, because I'm like, look, I'm not going out. I know y'all heard how I mentioned networking with promoters and other waitresses as well, or club managers. That's probably the best way to get in the industry and stay in the industry, because let's say you do work for a team and you have problems with that team. If you network so well on your own, not only behind the scene, but just branded your name and your face and yourself so well, you can get scooped up by somebody else that you was just cool with or made cool with at the club. So it's very good to stay connected and stay very cool and at least cordial with waitresses, with managers, with bosses, with promoters, because Houston nightlife, this is a city where they can blackball you. I'm not gonna lie. Where they could, if you're not well liked by a lot, you can easily, your money will be halted. This is a city where you need to remain likable and consistent to have a good flow of money bring in. Don't get me wrong, you can fake it all you want and still not make money. But I'm just saying, just to make it easier and appease yourself from experience, you definitely want to keep it cordial through everything, right? Be pleasant. Even if it is uncomfortable, it's about your money. It's not about really becoming great friends with these people, but just making great connections. So yeah, it is an easy step, but it's not as easy as people actually think. So step 4 is just having a great work ethic, period. Like, if you at work and you doing what you're supposed to do and you here for your money and you staying on top of the game, or you doing maybe even basically everything that I'm saying on here, oh, you're gonna be remembered. You're going to be wanted back. You're going to bring money in the club, so you're going to be an asset, not a liability. So like, a great work ethic, cleaning down tables, like, you got to do regular waitress stuff, not everywhere, but like, you really got to come to work, like, you know what I'm saying? So a great work ethic will always take you a long way. Some people would have said that should have been number 1 on my list, but look, a great work ethic is just what it is. Now, step 5, I'm spilling the sauce a little bit, okay? So it's really important to know how to hustle. It personally took me about like 4 months, so maybe like that May 2019 to like October 2019 to really learn what hustling means. It's not stealing from people. It's not cheating people. It's not finessing. It's learning how to make the money that you're doing the work for. So that comes from booking sections. It comes from getting a tip from your table, because a lot of people see bottle girls and they see the tips in their little like stockings and stuff and be like, oh, they making a bag. So they don't want to tip you. Because they see you and they just like, oh, yeah, she got money. Not knowing that little cash in your stockings is from when you bring in change to give change to some people or whatever the case may be. But, like, you got to learn how to make your money because nobody's just going to give it to you, okay? So we're learning how to hustle, learning how to upsell certain things to a certain degree, but making your money off of it because you're not working for free. You don't want to book 4 sections and not give them a proper section fee with your tip in it. Because you don't know when they come book with you and you doing their bottles, you don't know if they end up not tipping and just give you a check or give you the correct amount of money for money. Or let's say they book with you and they didn't give you a booking fee because waitresses usually make a booking fee. An efficient waitress, one that knows what she's doing, she's going to collect their booking fee. So I'll explain all that later or on the side. But when you get to the club, sometimes niggas is overtly drunk. They done bought 3 bottles. Of course, they not thinking about spending money on you just to give it, you know. So sometimes you gotta be like, hey, y'all gonna tip me, you know, like you gonna give me my bread, like. You sometimes if it's a girl and she's with a nigga, you better ask the girl like, hey babe, you mind if y'all gonna tip me or you gonna tip me or is he gonna tip me, depending on you filling out the vibe and seeing what all went on. But definitely ask for your break, baby. You're not working for free. I know it's fun. I know you drunk, but you didn't just stand on your feet from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. for no reason. Honestly, those are my biggest advice to y'all, my biggest 5 steps that I really think that you should take in order to get a Bottlegirl job and keep one, right? And everything else I'm about to tell y'all is just a little bit of biases that I feel like can help you stay in the industry longer. You guys gotta kiss ass. Just a little bit. It might not come off as it, but you need to be very well liked, especially by people who are above you or who have more connections in it. Because, and I'm talking about if you solely here for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to make your money, you need to make sure you are doing what you can to be likable so you can be put on the schedule. So you can be known or talked to or let in the club without having to pay or get your people in. Because that's really what it is. It's all about being well connected, well respected, and well liked. Like I said, work ethic takes you a long way. It can definitely help, but there's a lot of other things that come into play when it comes to being relevant in the nightlife industry. What else? I will, speaking from personal experience, it is harder for darker women, in my opinion, in the Houston nightlife industry to get the same respect as someone who is more fair-skinned. That's just colorism. Colorism affects everywhere on a global scale, but in Houston, they kind of just right over that. Like, they don't care that it's blatant. It's blatant that if you're not light, it ain't right. You can't do the same things. Like, if you're light, you could probably wear your natural hair, a fro. You could probably, you know, do what you kind of want. But if you're dark skinned, you need to come all put together just to even be seen a little bit as in comparison to a white girl. I mean, not a white girl, a light skin or Mexican or whatever girl who came with no makeup. And then this guy's a cute little eyeliner, lip liner. That's it. While if you're dark skinned, it's almost like you got to keep yourself up to par, especially if you don't have I would say biracial features. It kind of makes it a little bit harder. Like, I'm African full blown, so I think I have pretty dominantly African features. I think I'm an attractive girl. That's nonetheless. It's more so just about how much harder darker women do have to work, or how much more pleasant you have to be able to be worked with. You gotta be the smiley, cheery, sweet girl, or you gotta be the bitch that moves motherfuckers left and right and show that you're not the one to be fucked with. But overall, it's not as easier. So when brown skin, dark skin girls try to ask me in the industry, I'm all for helping out anybody. But just letting them know it may not be the same as their counterparts will be treated who are lighter or whiter. It's the fair truth. It's my perspective. A lot of people won't agree with it. A lot of people will. So I will say it is a little bit harder for darker women in the industry. You're kind of expected to abide more by things others aren't. But that's just my opinion. So when I went to my interviews to get hired at like my first Bottlegirl job, like the one that really put me in the industry, we had to model our bathing suits, we had to model Bottlegirl outfits, and we had to honestly be tested on our agility, how strong we were able to like balance shot glasses in our hands and cups, or crafts, like, you know, crafts in bottles. This being able to see that you're able to work and carry kind of heavy things. They're not too heavy, but heavy enough, signs. But they were big on appearance. Like, you have to step. Houston is full of so many beautiful girls of all colors, shapes, and sizes. So you kind of got to be tough, and you got to keep your appearance up. On the weekends, they really expect for you to have your makeup done every day. What else? Like it's such a hit or a miss to get into this, to become a bottle girl. And I know it seems like, dang, it can't be that serious, but it is. It really is. Those are my only things I can really have to say, because like when it comes to this, like you being presentable, like you got to keep your armpit shaved. If you're one of those people who sometimes want to grow it out, can't do that. You got to keep your hygiene up to par of whatever the industry wants you to have at the time. So no hair on your little kook out area when we wearing them tiny outfits. You need to shave all that from the sides, all of it. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, besides, if you don't got a good work ethic, if you're not trying to keep up your hygiene, if you're not trying to make your Instagram look cute and sellable, oh, or if you don't network a lot, like if you know a lot of people in the city, like so you can bring money in, you're straight. So you don't have to have all little IG shit, like fuck all that. If you want to bring it the old way and you want to just talk to people, and you can talk to people at any clubs and get niggas of any degree to come in and spend bread, oh, you're straight. Like you're going to be A-okay. That's all that really matters. That's all promoters are looking for. Club managers is looking for. Can you bring someone in the club? Yeah, people be thinking it's free money. That's something I want to get on. In Houston, I kind of respect it. When it comes to making your waitresses kind of work for their bread in a sense, because it's like, if you want to make money, you got to bring money in. Like, oh, you want to be on the schedule for the weekend? Book a section. Let me see that you can bring people to the club. Otherwise, these are all the people that your promoters book, the club managers book. Like, they kind of giving it to you them for free, and it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And you can get rewards. People do cheat you in this industry. Let's talk about it. You can easily get cheated, but like, it's not even only about that. It's about you staying on top of your game, on top of your hustle, making sure you're making your money. Money isn't given to you. Learn the hard way. Okay, so you got to just be on your shit. And that's all on how to get a bottle girl job in Houston one-on-one. Okay, how to get a bottle girl job Houston edition. Okay, because it's different. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little bit hard for me when I first started off. Because I didn't know how competitive the industry is. And there's so many people right now that see bottle girl in jobs and they like, well, I want one. I need to get that. Like, I can do it. And I think anybody can. But it takes the right dedication. It takes the right discipline. Like, crazy stuff be happening to you at the club. You know, liquor spills on you. People be wanting to fight. Your friends be fighting. Just crazy things happen. So you kind of got to be strong-willed, strong-minded. It's not for the weak. A lot of low vibrational energy kind of flows through the club too. So you got to be discerning. Not everyone's your friend. Be cordial, but not everyone is your friend. So yeah. But all right, guys. Welcome. Well, it's the end of the Lisa and Jen show. Thank you guys so much for watching.